Good evening, boys and girls. This is Principal Ingram, and I am back with the Dunbar Elementary School Summer Reading Series. We are at week 4, and it has truly been a pleasure to be here with you during this period of our break and just sharing our culturally relevant reading series with you. We hope that you have been encouraged, inspired, you've laughed, you've had meaningful conversations in your homes and with your friends. And we do not want this to be the end because we want to see actionable change in our community. Again, this is week 4, and this week we'll have our last teams chat immediately following the reading of today's book. We will read a book at the same time next week, but there will not be a discussion. And so if you hadn't had a chance to log in and join us for those conversations, be sure to join us this evening at 6:30. We'll be sure to get that information in the comment section as well as emailed and text to you as well. Also, parents, be sure to check Power School and select your preferred options as you are registering for the 2020-2021 school year. We know that things are definitely different in our new normal, but we are committed to making sure that your child doesn't miss a beat. So be sure that you go into the Power School platform and you register your children and select your preferred options, whether they be traditional, coming to the brick and mortar, or the virtual learning opportunity where children will be learning in sync with the teacher of record. Got questions? Send us a private message or contact us at the school, or you can also call 416-5300, and student services will be glad to help you in figuring out what is best for you and your child. But as always, Shelby County Schools and Dunbar Elementary School are committed to what's best for our children. Be sure as well to like, share, and subscribe to the Shelby County Schools and Dunbar platforms. You can find us on Instagram, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, we pretty much have it. Check us out so that you can stay up to date with the latest happenings. Things are moving so very fast, and it is imperative that we stay connected so that you are aware of the options and the resources and the supports that are available to you during this unprecedented period of COVID-19. Enough of that. It's time for us to jump into this week's book. So you may or may not remember, but last year at Dunbar, we had a summer back-to-school party. We had fun, we had games, we had food, and it was such a great opportunity for our new staff and families and community stakeholders to connect. And so, with that being said, we had a huge opportunity last year when we had Mr. Derrick Barnes. Mr. Derrick Barnes is a critically acclaimed author who came and not only shared his story, but his personal story, but he read the book aloud to our students and then gave the book away to all the people who were there. To this day, we were still able to give that book out to students as they registered or our kindergartners, and it's just been a huge success. And so for that, Mr. Barnes and our friends over at Novel Bookstore, we are forever grateful to you. But in his honor, we are bringing Mr. Barnes back. But this time, I'm reading the book. This week's book is Crown, an ode to the fresh cut. And as you can see, Mr. Barnes has won all kinds of awards for this book. He won the Newbery Honor, the Caldecott Honor, the Coretta Scott King Award, and the Ezra Jack Keats Award. So, boys and girls, we are in for a treat. I don't know about you, but I'm ready, so let's dig in. Again, it's Crown, an ode to the fresh cut by Derrick Barnes, illustrated by Gordon C. James. When it's your turn in the chair, you stand at attention and forget about who you were when you walked through the door. I know that face. You came in as a lump of clay, a blank canvas, a slab of marble. But when my man is done with you, they'll want to post you up in a museum. That's my word. He'll drape you like royalty with that cape to keep the fine hairs off of your neck in your princely robes. It's amazing what a tight fade high, low, bald, does for your confidence. Dark Caesar. Who knows? You might just smash that geography exam tomorrow and rearrange the entire principal's honor roll. A fresh cut does something to your brain, right? It hooks up your intellectual. You're a star, a brilliant, blazing star. Not the kind that you'll find on a sidewalk in Hollywood. Nope. They're going to have to wear shades when they look up to catch your shine. He'll lean you back in the chair, dab that cool shaving cream on your forehead, and then craft a flawless line with that razor. Slow, steady, surgical. It frames your swagger. The cute girl in the class across the way won't be able to keep her pretty eyes off of you. Her friends will giggle and whisper, "Girl, he's so fine." Yeah, that's what they'll say. The whole school will be seasick from the rows and rows of ripples. You'll have more waves on your head than the Atlantic Ocean. Shout out to my do-rag and patience. There's a dude to the left of you with a faux hawk, deep, hard skin fade. He looks presidential. Maybe he's the CEO of a tech company that manufactures cool. He's a boss. That's how important he looks. Dude to the right of you looks majestic. There are thousands of black angels waiting to guide and protect him as soon as he steps a foot out that door. That's how important he looks. There's a dude standing in the mirror that can't get over the masterful designs crafted on the side of his dome. Everywhere he goes, people will ask for his autograph. He looks that fresh. Maybe he looks like he owns a few acres of land on Saturn. Maybe there's a river named after him on Mars. He looks that important. There are two dudes, one with locks, the other with cornrows, and a lady with a butterscotch complexion. And all they want is a shape-up, tapered sides, a trim, and a crisp but subtle line. And sometimes in life, that's all you'll ever need. A crisp but subtle line. When your barber is done, you'll feel like $1 million and some change when his fingertips hit you with that apple green alcohol or that witch hazel. It'll sting, but not like a scorpion or a hornet. More like an electric stamp of approval. And then, when you see the cut yourself in that handheld mirror, you'll smile, a really big smile. That's the you that you love the most. That's the you that wins everything. That's the gold medal you. Every person in the shop will rise to their feet and give you a round of applause for being so fly. Not really, but they'll look like they want to, but you'll see it in their eyes. It's the look your English teacher gives you when she hands you your last test with a bright red 97 slapped on it. It's how your mother looks at you before she calls you beautiful. Flowers are beautiful. Sunrises are beautiful. Being viewed in your mother's eyes as someone that matters, now that's beautiful. And you'll take it. You don't mind at all. Finally, he'll remove your cape, then swipe you down with a brush made from a golden horsetail. You'll put the money in his hand without even expecting change back. Tip that man. Tip that man. It was worth it. It always is. You know why? Because you'll leave out of the shop every single time feeling the exact same way. Magnificent, flawless, like royalty. Hello, world. Now, that was again Crown, an ode to the fresh cut by Mr. Derrick Barnes. And I think it's important that we share the author's note. We talked about that on last week, but sometimes authors write a note to kind of give you their intended purpose for reading the book. Let's check it out and let's see what Mr. Barnes has to say to us. Mr. Tony was my barber in the 6th grade. To get to his chair, I rode the Prospect southbound Metro bus to 63rd Street every Thursday. The day of the week, my mother would leave $8 on the kitchen table so that I could get my hair cut. Walking out of that shop, I never felt like the same kid that went in. I couldn't wait for Friday morning so that Carmela Swift, my girlfriend, could see how perfect my box was shaped up. I knew she'd bug out about the 2 parts on the right side of my head, which, in my mind, made me look like Big Daddy Kane. There was no way she'd resist my ruler-straight hairline, a precise frame for my smiling, brown, 11-year-old face. That fresh cut made you more handsome. It made you smarter, more visible, and more aware of every great thing that could happen in your world. With this offering, I wanted to capture the moment when black and brown boys all over America visit the shop and hop out of the chair filled with higher self-esteem, with self-pride, with confidence, and an overall elevated view of who they are, the fresh cuts. That's where it all begins. It's how we develop swagger. And when we begin to care about how we present ourselves to the world, it is also the time when most of us become privy to the conversations and company of hard-working black men from all walks of life. We learn to mimic their tone, inflections, sense of humor, and verbal combative skills when discussing politics, women, sports, our community, and our future. And really, other than the church, the experience of getting a haircut is pretty much the only place in the black community where a black boy is tended to and treated like royalty. Crown, an ode to the fresh cut, focuses on the humanity, the beautiful, raw, smart, perceptive, assured humanity of black boys, sons, brothers, nephews, grandsons, and how they see themselves when they highly approve of their reflections in the mirror. Deep down inside, they wish that everyone could see what they see. A real life, breathing, compassionate, thoughtful, brilliant, limitless soul that matters, that desperately matters. We've always mattered. Mr. Derrick Barnes. This has been our book of the week, boys and girls, and we hope that you will you enjoyed it not only, but you will join us in just a few minutes on Microsoft Teams at 6:30 to discuss Crown, an ode to the fresh cut. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week for our last installment of our summer reading series.